Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Hey, this your brother Sa'ar. The fifth felt, man. They feel it. But yeah, we back at you. Back at you with another video, man. This is Saints advocating law and truth, the salt of the earth. And what is the purpose of the salt if it's lost its savor? So everything we doing, man, we season it. All praise to the most high, man. Shalom to all the brothers enduring in this truth, um, pushing this word, studying, man, everything, man. Pushing, bringing the kingdom forth with your good words, man. Shalom to you. All praises to the Father. Hey, man, we in them days. It's getting crazy out here. I better pay attention, boy. Look, how I said, I say this to all men, watch. Better watch, man. But not today. Say that for that's an upcoming lesson, man. But today, I want to get into treasures in heaven, right? Storing your treasures in heaven. Storing your treasures in heaven. Man, I had to coming out of the Christian church, I had a different meaning of what this actually was. My first understanding was that this is actual coin and material. This is substance. This is gold and silver that I have a bank account in heaven and I have the punch code to it and the lock and the key, and it's going to be given to me, and I'm going to open the vault and it's going to be treasures, and I'm going to be walking down the golden city skipping and throwing dollar bills. Nah, this it's something different, man. When I get into the scripture, and all praises to you, how about you, I was shy for my lovely wife, because she gave me the idea of this lesson. A lot of my studying comes from her questions and questions of other brothers, but treasures in heaven, it's not that, man. It's something completely different. It's crazy how you can go to the scriptures and then you can read something 1 year or something 1 month, 1 week, you revisit after an advancement of other scriptures, and you come to another understanding. Not saying that your understanding is completely different, but components change and it leads you to a much clearer view, right? So, man, let's get into it. Check it. This is let's start off in Matthew. That's what I want to get into. No, that is not it. Boy, get out of there. Hold on. Man, bear with me. All right, this is where we at right here. Man, so like you for that. Matthew 16. I'm going to start at verse 15. See, I'm going to start at verse 16. That's what the context is. And I feel like 16 through on down gives a great starting point and a nice it's a nice place to start as far as trying to understand what these treasures are, and in comparison to what Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, what he's saying. So Matthew 6 and 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have the reward. Everything was self-centered. It was around them. It evolved around them, right? But he's saying that the only reason these niggas fasting is so they can have other men look at them and say like, damn, they fasting. To be like, I want to be like a Pharisee. Man, I seen that brother in the marketplace. He was throwing oranges and he was rebuking fruit and meat because he was fasting. I seen him, man. He was in the corner and he was kneeling down on his knees because he was looking so hungry, bro. It was a mighty fast that brother was doing. He had a tear too that dropped from his face, and it's a act, man. It's all an act. They putting on acts. They want their reward is praise and worship. They want to be worshipped and be talked about among men. They wanted popularity. They wanted fame. They wanted fans for men to be fanatics of them, so men can follow them, right? But Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Yahweh. Follow me as I follow the Most High. Follow me as I follow Christ." Verse 17. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thy head and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. You did your acts in the open, you got rewarded in the open. The better thing for you to have done is to not look like you're fasting, so the Most High can know that you're genuine about what you're doing, so that He can reward thee openly, right? About not being a man pleaser. You don't care about any of that stuff, because what you want to do is you want to please the Most High. The Most High sees your heart. He knows the motivation behind what you're doing and why you're doing it. He know that you're appeased and you like men looking at you, and you like for the crowd to look at you, and you like to. Well, we got a lot of that in Israel, man. Pay attention. And this is the point of what he's saying, Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Right? I'm gonna look into that word treasure. Because like I said, I thought it was monetary value of coin. This is G23 and 44. It's the Greek word thesaurus. Thesaurus. It says the place in which good and precious things are collected and laid up. It's a place. It's not actual coin or substance. It's a place, a casket, a coffer, or other receptacle in which valuables are kept, a treasury, a storehouse. That changed the game. That really changed the game for trying to understand and bringing a lot of clarity into what Yahushua is saying. No, we don't put things like etymology over doctrine, but if it lines up and it's logical and it makes sense and it's with the context, then we use it. We use it to how we take hold to it. We use it to our advantage, right? But he say, lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt it, right? And where thieves break through and steal. And that's what these Pharisees were doing. They were laying their treasures in earth. They were keeping their treasures amongst men. Their storehouse, what they were collecting the worship and the praise, and they were storing it in their mind. All this stuff was gathered up, storing it in their mind, and what it made them hypocrites, it made them prideful, and it made them puffy, it made them puffed up. That's why they was walking around hating on Christ. That's why they were walking around blind, and not only them, but everybody else that follows suit in that way has that type of spirit on them. 6:20, Matthew 6:20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Why? Because you can't steal things from the Most High. If you collected things, you didn't collect praise and you didn't collect worship for other men to be seen in front of men, but you did your thing. You did things in privacy. The Most High sees it. He makes note of it. Why? So He can bless you later. That He can reward you out in the open. A man can't corrupt that blessing. A man can't corrupt that blessing. A thief can't steal that blessing. The moths cannot destroy that blessing. Nothing can destroy that. But when you laying up your treasures, when you collecting things from men, and you storing up things on the earth, it's subject to corruption. The earth works around a whole system that the Most High put in place. Men are subject to emotions, and spirits, right? If I saw a man doing what the Pharisees were doing, I could be able to tell, man, this nigga is doing this because he wanna look like something. It's some women over there, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody got that one homeboy that when the females come around, he turned into a jokester. He started joking on you. I say, I don't think you're doing it for the right reasons. Somebody else might be hating on you, right? Because you doing your stuff in front of men, or you doing your arms to be seen in front of men. Oh, he's a lick. He got it. Look, this brother just went up to the homeless shelter and dropped turkeys on all the homeless, and he recorded and put it on Instagram. He's a lick. We're gonna go get him. That's your blessing was corrupted Because you did it for men and it got corrupted by men, right? It's a system while we on earth. Things work like that. We know how the earth works. We know how men work. We know how humans work, right? But check what your house shall say. Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? And that's crazy. And we're gonna come visit that. I'm coming back to that. But a sneak peek, nah, I'm gonna keep it all in line. I'm not even gonna do that. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So where you collecting these things, that's what you're gonna be thinking about, right? If it's all stored in your mind, that's what you're gonna be. Just like the scripture says, it says, "For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Right? If your treasure, if you adore the praise of men, that's where your heart. That's what you're gonna be after. If you love the material things and you like them cars and you like going to go buy a new car every other year and uh, you like you just upgraded your house and you like to flex, that's what you're gonna be after, right? But this stuff is in vanity. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 18. Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. Right? You know, Solomon gets into the rant where he talks about this is vanity, that's vanity. Brother, you and your wife is vanity. Going and having fun, that's vanity and vexation of spirit. You laid up and you booed up and you're rubbing feet, that's vanity and vexation of spirit. You going to work, that's vanity and vexation of spirit. You know, Solomon went in, but what he's saying is, when he sat back and thought about all the stuff that he did and the labor and all the stuff that he put into his work, the building of his foundation, he like, damn, I gotta die and I gotta leave this to somebody else. I can't, like, most of us we finally get it figured out in our late 30s, like, mid 30s, late 30s. By that time, you like, damn, it's most high willing. I can live to see 85 or 90. And even when you get into that age, you ain't out here doing the same stuff that you was doing when you was in your 30s and your 20s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? Time is of the essence, and we only got so much of it. And this is another reason, verse 19. And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Who knoweth that the person that I'm leaving this inheritance to is going to be a wise man or a fool? I can raise up my child in a way, but sometimes they go off. And maybe when I'm dead and gone, this child that I raised up might not be the child that I raised him to be. He might be he might be a foolish man, right? Yes shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored, and wherein have I showed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. He gonna have rule over all the inheritance, the foundation I laid, the businesses that I set up. And if he's a fool, he gonna bring it down to the ground, and it's gonna be over with. That's corruption. That's things on earth being corrupted, right? But with the Most High in heaven, it's not like that. We know He has He has authorship over everything, copyright. He's the director, the playwright. He does the makeup. He's over all of that. The plot twist is him, right? It's no escape. There's no corruption. If he says it'll happen, and then so be it. But I just wanted to go in. I went there because I wanted to go into the corruption, the rust, the things that happen while we seek to build up so much on this earth. There it is subject to the things of the earth, right? This is Mark chapter 10 and verse 21. Now, talking about storing up treasures in heaven as well, man. This is the young man coming to Yahushua, and he's asking him, what things shall he do to get the kingdom of heaven, right? Then verse 21, then Yahushua beholding him, loved him, and saith unto him, one thing thou lackest, because he told him, verse 19, that he has done. I kept the commandments, man. Stop playing. Yahweh Shai. I already know me. Come on now. But he said, one thing thou lackest, if you will be perfect, he said, go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come take up the cross and follow me. Right? These are the things. This is what you lack. This is what's keeping you from being complete, from being whole, from being perfect. He said, you do this, you'll store up treasures in heaven. You'll store up treasures in heaven. Come take up your cross and follow me. Said you'll be storing your treasures in heaven because you're giving your alms, right? By you giving your alms, you create a memorial. And the Most High, He'll bring it to remembrance in the day of your affliction and your trouble. Whatever that you may have prayed for, something that you asked for the Most High. Well, what has He done for me? I believe it's in Isaiah where He said, "If you turn to me, I turn to you." Are you doing for me? I do for you. Because why? Proverbs says that when you lend to the poor, when you give to the poor, you lend unto the Most High. Proverbs 19:17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. Right? You don't know if you lend unto the poor, the Most High said He's gonna give it back to you. It may not be right then and there, but the Most High is not slack. He's gonna for surely repay you, give you the things that you have given out. Right? That's part of your reward. Man, look, the greatest of the rewards is to be clothed in that white, sitting next to Yahweh Shai, right? Getting palms put on you and a crown on your head, giving rulership and dominion over the nations with a rod of iron. But you don't get that until you think on heavenly things, right? Until you start implementing or you start putting together those things that you were supposed to be doing, storing up treasures in heaven. And you're giving your alms as part of you storing up your treasures in heaven. Right, this is Leviticus 23 and 22. 22. What is it? 22. Right, this is something. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Things were put in place and established for us to always have a heart toward the poor, toward the less fortunate, the widow, and the fatherless, right? Your tithes every so many years, I think it's like every 3 years, you were supposed to hang up the tithe on the outside of your gate of your lot and your property. That was for the Levites in your gate. That was for the fatherless, for the widow, for the poor, your people in poverty, right? This is something that you were supposed to be doing, something that's written in the law. Lending to the Most High. All right, this is Deuteronomy. What is this? Salaki. Deuteronomy 15. I'm gonna start at verse 10. Thou shalt surely give him in thine heart. No, let me go to verse 9. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart. What it said, where your treasures are, that's where your heart will be also. You know what I'm saying? Some of us greedy, and we don't want to give nothing out because we feel like we ain't got nothing anyway. But when Yahweh Shai was at the treasury and he saw the woman casting, he saw some rich people come through and they gave a lot. And then he saw that woman come through and she gave all she had, and it wasn't in comparison monetary wise. So what the rich gave, I don't compare, but she gave more because she gave all she had. Some of us come with the spirit of, man, I ain't got nothing, so I ain't giving nothing. Where your treasures are in greed. Your treasures are in holding things for yourself. That's where your heart gonna be. It's gonna be about you. When it's not supposed to be about you, because it's not always about you. He says, beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying the 7th year, the year of release is at hand, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not and he cry unto the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee. Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him. A lot of us, we be giving our alms, and we be like, damn, man, it's hurting me to get his 20 to this brother. I know he ain't gonna go use. I know the brother not gonna go and buy no dope. I know he ain't finna go get liquor up. The brother really just need to pay a bill. But you come up with these excuses for every reason why you don't want to give the brother what he needs. Man, that's a wicked heart, because you thinking about you yourself, and you're not taking on the burdens. Look, man, your mind's supposed to be on things in heaven, heavenly things, right? Everything that came out of Christ's mouth was heavenly things, right? He said you're supposed to bear one another's burdens. That was bearing one another's burdens. Well, let me finish this verse out. It says, I start verse 10 again. Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him, because that for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thine hand to. Why? Because you lend it unto him. When you pity the poor, you lend unto the Most High. And that memorial gonna come back around, and he gonna remember, and he gonna bless you. And that blessing cannot be corrupted. Man can't take that away. Man, come on, man. It's Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth, right? It's easy. I get it, man. We all been a part of the world. We've all we know what we know what it feels like to be popular, or to want to obtain popularity, or to want a following, or to have men follow after you, or someone to think of you in such a light, that the things that you do, from the clothes that you buy, the way that you talk, the foods that you eat, everything about you in your heart is toward that goal, right? But the goal was supposed to be the kingdom of heaven, right? Seek after the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be given to you, right? Seek on those things which are above, and not things on the earth. I want to go back to Matthew 6 and 21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." We know the heart is the mind, right? This is Psalms chapter 1. It's one of my favorite scripts. When you talk about an intro, David hit him on the head with the intro. Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. That's your treasure. Your treasure is in the law of the Lord. And that's what you're supposed to be thinking on. Deep thought. At the edge of your bed with all the lights off at night before you go to sleep. You know, how you could have had a better day. How tomorrow you're going to fix the things that you had, that you might have messed up the day before. You're supposed to meditate on the law day and night. Matthew 6 and 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Is the law a light to you? Is the law a jewel? Is the Most High God and his ways a jewel to you? Are they like precious stones or rubies? Are they like a knot full of 100s, full of hundreds? Can't put it in a rubber band? It's supposed to be more precious to you than that. It's supposed to be more precious than you than an Escalade on sixes with the paint still dripping, riding around the softball game with everybody out, and they're like, "Ooh!" It's supposed to be more precious than that. You're supposed to be thinking on, your heart is supposed to be on those things which are set above. Because all this is you're bringing forth the kingdom, right? I like to say, I know earlier in the video, I said that ain't no code and no combination with a vault with gold in it for you. Those are not the treasures that we're talking about, right? The treasures were a place where people sought after their own appetite for their lust, or they sought after things that appealed them, and they stored them there, right? But when you have your mind set on things on high, and you are light to the world, by doing so, you bring forth the kingdom of heaven. Because who knows who you would awaken? There might be somebody of that number that we long for, the number that needs to be filled, right? You're bringing forth the kingdom of God. Like when you watch them old war movies, like in the ancient times, and uh, you have a nation that comes and they overthrow another nation, and you might have a leading general who led the assault, who took down one of the top bunkers, and he's rewarded for that, and he gets like 300 acres next to a river, and all this. And that's something that I think about too, man. When you talk about storing your treasures in heaven toward the kingdom of heaven, just things, little things like that, man. The Most High is sure to reward you. Um, you know, but all our labors are the same. The reward is the same. The reward is everlasting life, right? But storing your treasures in heaven, keeping your mind on things, on heavenly things. Yeah, that's the way to go. Because when you do that, and it's in your mind, and you meditating on it day and night, you'll always think about what you're doing and the reason that you're doing it for. You'll be genuine in your going about in your day to day, in your daily routine. It'll be genuine. Keeping the commandments will be a little bit easier because it's not about some of us in the truth, because we care about what man thinks, or we care about what it's a trend. The truth is trendy. I'm different. I'm not like them. I don't do Christianity. I don't even like the church. I don't even, come learn from me. I read the Bible. I read these books. Come listen to my knowledge. People hear you in the DMs. Hey, brother, that debate was fire. Hey, look, can I come study with you? And a lot of that makes brothers feel good to the point where they turn, and a lot of it is just for them. Not giving glory to the Most High anymore, and it becomes, after so long, and our nation of people are so much of sheep and fanatics of men and the traditions that it begins to turn men, and they get to, seeking after themselves. Their treasures are in earthly things, or how they can be popular and be leaders over men and over congregations, and they lose their love for the Most High, right? But think on these things. It's not all about you. Stop being man pleasers. Stop storing your treasures in earth, that can be amongst men or monetary valuable things. You spend all your days working. You don't get your alms. You're not helping. You don't attend any feast days. You're not sharing the word of the gospel. You're not helping set up tabernacles and Passover, and you're not contributing to the truth, because you spend so much of your time trying to get ahead in life, or trying to get over that water right on your nose, and you trying to get out that water. Nah, brother, just breathe, brother. Just breathe. Just breathe. The Most High got you where you at. I'm not saying that you can't come out of poverty, because the Most High said, bring a man out the dunghill and set him among princes. But that can't be your overall focus. Seek the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be established to you. All things will be given to you. Seek heavenly things on high, how you should conduct yourself, the laws and the statutes and the commandments that you're supposed to be keeping, right? And you have your reward. But when you seek to please men, you'll get a reward of a man. And he'll be standing over you talking about run that, right? Or men will be looking to just say anything against you, trying to expose you or whatever, man, whatever. But hey, man, this is Salt Art of Fifth Felt, man. Saints advocating law and truth. Another video, man. Look, man, I appreciate everybody who tune and tap in and watch us. And we coming with more content, more videos. You know, the time is running. We trying to be fishermen of men, and we trying to get all kind of fish, man. It's lawful fish. Stop playing. But you know, I left food on the table like always. Brothers, take those notes. Go add into what I had already brought out. Um, you know, study, man. Get your household in order and watch. But yo, this is Salt to the Earth, Saints advocating law and truth, Salt Art of Fifth Felt, man. Shalom.